Well, we're in the Lexus, me and Razza. Razza, do you want to film so it's not bait? Far right lane on the motorway. People don't know how to use anything. So, we're in the Lexus right now. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. By the way, we're on the way to Aldershot. Alright, your favorite location in England. Driving this, I've sorted out a swap, straight swap. Again, this is how I acquire drift cars these days, is just by swapping my well-working cars for them. This lane situation is really stupid. But this is what I'm saying, this guy is the guy that's in the wrong. On Marketplace, I find a silver K-Reg, again, believe it or not, saloon this time, with full interior. Basically, straight swap Lexus for an E36 is what we're about to go and hypothetically do. You lot will see what engine is in this car too.
Just quickly. It's still soft, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 3 litre swap K-Reg silver saloon, okay? Extra decked. Loves it. Nice and healthy. Fresh. So here we have 4-door saloon and a Razza obviously, and an E36 M54 B30 swap. Yeah, turn the fans on, bro. Hell yeah. Anyway, it's already overheating, as you would expect. It drives good. I did a little loop around. It's extra low. And check this out. It comes with fucking 4 drift spares and an alloy radiator. So while this is overheating and me turns it off because it pisses me off, let's see a little burnout. Go on. What the fuck is this, a LSD, bro? Hell yeah. All right, welcome back to this video. I'm welcoming myself also. The 3 litre car. Firstly, starting off, it has mismatched grills. It's a pre-facelift car with 1 pre-facelift grille and 1 facelift grille, which is actually from the other side anyway. You know me, I like my chrome, okay? I like the chrome grills, I like the stock factory standard vibes. However, it's apparently impossible to source chrome grills these days for E36s, especially pre-facelift ones. So I've had to order some fake black plastic ones because this is not acceptable. The reason I'm here now, I'm gonna do some cosmetic bits to this car because, you know, I think it deserves to look a little better than it does. On top of all the grills, I'm gonna do some Aero, okay? I'm gonna show you the process I go through when I do like cosmetic bits to E36s. Basically getting this ready for sale because the whole point was to swap it and sell it and like make profit or just get rid of the Lexus basically. For me to do that and be happy with it, I wanna make it a bit nice and a bit sexy. Very nice. After taking this bumper off, we find out a very key piece of information about this 3 litre swap E36. This beautiful bumper that doesn't match the car comes with fog lights. If we look under here, there's no wiring for that shit. This ain't no fog light car, this is SE as fuck. Alright, so I got all the bumpers off. E36 is no front bumper, always look a bit janky. The rear as well, no bumper. With a fresh exhaust on show. It's time now to load these in that thing. Packed up and ready to go. We've got perfect fitment with enough space for me. This isn't really a tutorial, but I'm just gonna go over it as if it is a tutorial. First thing, you're gonna need your SE bumpers, all right? Next thing you need is another one of these. Oh, I'm getting a phone call, one sec. As well as your regular SE bumper, you need another one of them to cut it up to create a lip, all right? And then you have nice lip. Then you're gonna want some E46 side skirts. These are the most generic SE. They're not anything special. Go to your local breaker's yard and just rob them off the most generic E46 you can find. Then you need drill with drill bit, screw to screw the lip on. And you need your paint to then paint match everything and make it look cool. There is also a sexy way to make a number plate delete panel out of your number plate panel itself. All you have to do is remove the number plate from the number plate holder and cut it following the trim line. Number plate delete panel. Very good. Fresh. The best thing about this lip is it's already been on the car. This is the lip that was on my black coupe. So it already has the holes, which helps me align it way better. Slap this shit on it. Now, you want to leave about an inch gap between the edge of like the grille section before you start bolting it in. If you go too far down, you miss the bumper. If you go too far up, it looks stupid. Start with the middle one as well, actually. That's a really good tip. You don't need to tighten them all the way. Like when you start feeling it snug up, just let off because it's plastic in it. If you keep going, it'll just strip. When you come to the other side, you need to push it and make sure it doesn't fall off your workbench, which is 2 garden chairs. Look at that. You do the side bits now, because usually it's about this much longer, so you have to trim it. Now you have sexy bumper for your E36. So after you mask it, you're gonna get your leftover spray paint. I already primed it and we had a clip. Like the clip got fucked up. So anyway, it's already primed, but yeah, just pretend that you've seen me spray the primer onto it originally. I will do some. Wow.
Like brand new.
You wanna do a couple, how many? A few?
Say 4 to 5 coats.
Of primer. Okay, so apparently you do 4 to 5 coats of primer. I do like 1 or 2. Basically, the point of primer is to like create a sticky layer between the original surface of your item that you're painting and the actual base coat.
Paint is the easiest bit. The hardest bit is the prep work.
Yeah.
The prep work, shit, the paint's gonna be shit.
True. If the prep is shit, the paint is gonna be shit. It's a drift car. Bro, we spent maybe 2 minutes sanding.
Efficiency, that's what we call it.
Exactly. All right, after you've done your 5 layers of primer, you get your base coat, which you dust on to start with. The first coat, you really do want to dust it on. Like this is about as ham as you want to go for the first coat, I would say. So that's your first coat. Just give the idea to the bumper that is getting painted, you know. Make sure it's ready to take the color.
You know what? It kind of looks cool like this.
Kind of marbly.
Just leave it like that. I think we're done.
And this, the good part about dusting it on like this in the start is that it basically dries instantly. But it is important that they're dry. So don't rush it. Because otherwise it dries weird and like builds up and can drip sometimes. Or it wrinkles and it's just not good. The next coat, you can go a little slower, but you're still dusting it. You do that about 100 times and you have a nice base coat. Okay, after you have done the correct amount of steps and layers, which was how many? 5 layers of base coat and 10 layers of clear. Yeah, minimum. Otherwise, you can't get a finish like this. And now the best part is the unmasking.
Oh, the unmasking.
Do you think we can do a sexy like reveal? Oh. Wow. How to two-tone your car. So it is another day. Again, another sunny, beautiful day. We've had a few days of good weather, which is kind of lucky and rare here. This is definitely a key ingredient to having a good paint job. A lot of heat. Front bumper is all painted. Side skirts, painted, all black and ready to go on the car. I have the rear bumper now masked here. We've got the bit where I'm going to be two-toning it prepped. I used 240 grit. This is like a lazy sort of drift car style paint job where you use the logic of the correct paint method to simplify it and make it work okay and look okay instead of perfect, right? The 3-litre car is definitely a drift car. Welded diff, big engine swap, E36, ticks all the boxes. So now we're just making it look good, but in the drift car style, all right? So 240 just to kind of agitate the clear coat is what I've done. After you've rinsed half of, hello birds. So after you've rinsed all of your gray primer, your bumper should look like this. Nice and flat, ready for some base. With a rattle can stitch, you want to be pressing and letting off of the nozzle when you're not facing the nozzle towards the actual area of paint, because sometimes what happens, the nozzle or the can just decides to not spray evenly. Sometimes you get drips or like splats of paint coming out of it when you press it and when you let go of it. Your best bet is to make sure it's not facing the area where you want a nice finish. So again, the rest of it is literally just doing that about 1,000 times. Essentially, the more layers you do, the better, because a proper paint job, you actually sand every coat to make sure it's nice and flat and nice and even. So this is why, again, I'm not going for the full professional finish, considering this is going to be on a drift car. So after you've done your clear coat and a few base coats, your paint job should be looking fresh. Now for the best part, obviously, the fucking reveal. Wow. Whoa, is that a two-tone bumper? Fuck yeah. Next step, you grab your eBay SE M Sport diffuser and you jam it back to where it came from. And now you have a two-tone SE M Sport rear bumper. All right, so after you've acquired your drill and drill bit and your painted bumpers and your new fake blacked out grills, you're gonna install all of your sexy Aero on your car. I'm gonna do a sick YouTube like magic finger click situation. Watch this. Jeez, come on. Bumper looking extra sexual, side skirts mounted, rear bumper chilling. Damn. Yeah, boy. Wow. It looks kind of fresh. We got the new grills on here as well. A little bit of zip tie action. They didn't really clip in. They didn't do that satisfying like plastic clicky sound. I didn't want to risk them flying away considering they're brand new. So realistically, next step would be to go and take photos of it and put it up for sale and hope that someone is crazy enough to come and buy it. Well, I've got this thing out for a little photo shoot. I wanted to do a quick walk around before the video ends, just so I can show you lot exactly what's up with this car. It is a debadged, I don't know if you can see this on here, 318i K-Reg, which means 1992. Brand new eBay full stainless system. We've got SE lights, saloon with dark cloth interior, dark dash, dark carpet, and rear manual windows that work. Of course, manual windows never break. Obviously, gonna have the drift steering wheel. Front windows are electric. They work. They actually work perfectly, so it's blessed. We also have a manual sunroof, which is probably the best part. If you have an electric sunroof, they pretty much always break on an E36. Never had an issue with a manual sunroof, so pretty cool. In the front, we've got brand new discs. These are drilled and slotted. Obviously, we have the amber lights all around because an SE car. I think we have some HID and halos for headlights. It's not a bad look. I personally prefer the more SE, like generic sort of yellow bulb. Can't really see anything at night kind of vibe. And then you lot seen this part already. Pop the bonnet. The badge is a little faded, but it's kind of cute anyway. We see a nice 3-liter situation. We've got electric fan, a new radiator, a bookie sort of taped up situation, which probably is causing some problems. Some beautiful wiring, of course, with a Halfords battery. So all in all, this is basically a 100% standard 1992 318i with a E36 3-liter engine just thrown into it. And obviously some new brakes. It's on 15s. I'm not sure if these are, I don't think they're real AC Schnitzer. As far as I know, they never made them in 15. Apparently it's only on 110k, both the car and the engine. So that's cool. Oh yeah, the best part, it has a welded diff already. It comes with a welded diff. Skips around and it's hard to drive. And it seems to have some really fresh clutch because the bite point is super low. Quite lovely, to be honest. Leave a comment. Would you have an E46 swapped E36? Because I personally don't really like the vibe that this car is giving me, even though it's a really fast and fun car. I feel like that kind of goes against the purity vibe, but it's definitely fun. I want to know what you lot think. Other than that, there isn't too much more to talk about on this car. It's kind of fresh, it's kind of clean. It looks like it's been taken care of as a chassis. The engine swap is a little bit on the rough side, but an engine swap is always going to be rough, especially when it's not from the same chassis. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of this car. Follow my Instagram at Rogue Drive. Leave a like on this video. subscribe. I come out with new videos every Friday. Stay tuned, and I'll catch you next week. Peace.